My loved people, the beloved of God. Sometimes life can just make you confused to the point that you're wondering if you are in the right track. Since I lost my brother, life become a reality that we must live the life, because we don't really even know our day that God will call us. Even if I have come to a point that I'm tired of hearing God say this, God say that, God say this, God say that I must depend on a man to tell me what God said, that even when I read the Bible, I still have to wait for a man to tell me. When I look at the sun, I say, who created the sun? When I look at the moon, I ask, who created the moon? And I say, okay. And I know the God I'm serving now, the God that creates the moon, the God that created the sun. He created the sun, He created the moon, He created the sky, He created the star, He created the water. And when He made the oceans and rivers, He made stone on it, that men will step on it. That is the God I'm serving. Even if I'm tired of hearing the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, even if I'm tired of hearing the God that parted the Red Sea, I can never be tired of hearing the God that made the sun. He made the sun. The sun became an oval that dried my cloth. The sun became an oval that preserved my crops. That God that when you cut the stem of cassava, you plant it, it becomes a tuber of cassava or a stem of cassava. That God that when you cut the seedling of a yam, it becomes a bountiful yam. That God that when you plant a grain of a corn, it becomes a bunch of a corn. That is the God I'm talking about. The God that puts a baby in the womb of a mother, that is the God I'm talking about. And eventually when the baby is giving birth to, give the baby 10 years, he has grown up, he has met every expectation. That is the God I'm talking about. So when I don't have the strength again, because most often than not, people say, my God will bless you. And we say amen. And those blessings never came. I say, okay, now my God is going to bless me. The one that creates the sun, the one that creates the moon, the one that make the star in the sky, the one that made the oceans and the rivers and put a stone that men will step their leg on, the one that made the fishes in the river. That is the God I'm talking about. That is God, that is my God. So my God will answer me according to His word. Amen.